The Ring of Fire in Dubai is the perfect setting for a heavyweight showdown in the DP World ILT20 tonight. As two icons of the T20 game try to inspire their flagging franchises. Aussie legend David Warner is the face of the Dubai Capitals, but his bat is yet to fire. And after two straight losses, his team is in dire need of a special from the skipper. It won't get any easier tonight against Pakistan pace ace Shaheen Shah Afridi, who headlines the star-studded Desert Vipers squad trying to claw their way back into playoff contention. Afridi's skills with the ball are top drawer, but he proved to be a match winner with a bat 2 nights ago in the most thrilling of finishes.
Shaheen Shah Afridi has produced a piece of magic, and it means that the Vipers have beaten my Emirates by 2 wickets on the final ball of the match.
A stunning evening here in Dubai for the Dubai Derby. It is match 17 in the DP World ILT20, and it's the Dubai Capitals taking on the Desert Vipers. So if we take a look at the points table, it's a bottom of the table clash, but it is so important for both teams to get the win here today. 2 points on the line, both teams desperate for a win. We're in for some exciting cricket here at Dubai International Stadium. Let us head now out to the middle with Darren Ganga, the two captains for the toss.
The battle for 2 points starts with the toss. The captains are here with me. David Warner of the Capitals, Colin Munro of the Vipers. We've got the match referee, Simon Toffel, and we've got Sam Sayedin, who is the toss representative as well. Warner with the coin.
Heads.
Heads is the call. And the call is made.
Tails, so the Vipers won the toss.
So, Colin Munro.
You picked heads. Ah, sorry. We're going to bowl.
Just getting it right. So, good spot there, David Warner.
He was looking at that too.
So let's tell everyone what are you going to do and tell me why.
We're going to have a bowl. Yeah, look, surface looks a little bit dry, and we always talk about that dew factor at the end, but it's irrelevant if you don't bowl well in the first 6 overs.
What have you done differently to give us a David Warner special today with the bat?
A little bit of luck would go well. Yeah, just clear mind. Being brave and coming out here and just trying to execute what I do. There have been a few difficult surfaces that we've played on, but look, there's no excuses. We train and we have to get up and about, and yeah, that's what I love doing.
Just 2 wins this season for you so far. Would you say that most of your issues that you've encountered had to do with your batting and bowling in the power play phase?
100%. That's something we spoke about in our team meeting. It's the first 6 from both. If we don't start well, it's hard to catch up. So we've got to try and do that tonight. We played at Sharjah, didn't go to plan, but here at home, hopefully we can execute it better than last time.
It's been a great spectacle looking at your team catch this season. Just 1 drop from 18 opportunities. What's made the difference?
I think the boys put in a lot of hard work, you know, and a couple of the guys like the looks of this bike over there. So they're excited about that and the chance of doing that. But there's some good contenders. But yeah, practice catches win matches. So
all the very best to you.
Thanks.
Go well. Let's get Colin Munro in here. Colin, were you surprised with that decision to bowl first?
Absolutely not. I think everybody wants to do that these days. So, now, like Davey said, whatever we have to do now, obviously it's batting. We've got to do it well up front, and hopefully we put on a score. We played on this wicket last game. So, you know, we only narrowly chased it down, although top order didn't do the work. Yeah, we know what we have to come out and execute today.
You reflected on that last game. It was an absolute thriller. You won by 2 wickets. What difference has that win made to your team?
I just think a little bit of maybe some confidence, I think, even though it wasn't a pretty performance by us, by no means. Guys that have, you know, I think if we're brutally honest with ourselves, our batting hasn't quite clicked, and we're still putting ourselves in contention to win games of cricket. So from our point of view, that's exciting. We've got some match winners with the bat that we haven't really seen at the top of the order yet. So if we can click tonight, then, you know, put your hats on and watch it fly.
Well, you'll have to go against the trend. 6 from 6, won by teams chasing here. All the very best to you, Colin Munro.
Thank you.
News from the middle, the toss. Capitals have won the toss, and not surprisingly, they will bowl first.
Thank you very much, Darren. I've got Rohan Gavaskar, Danny Morrison alongside me. Let's take a look what's on the menu tonight. Coming up in Cricket Safari, we relive Shaheen Shah Afridi's last ball batting heroics from 2 nights ago, and he tells us why the UAE holds a special place in his heart. Discuss David Warner's lean patch and how he can turn things around. we marvel at the spectacular catches that lit up the first half of the DP World ILT20. That Trent Bolt catch truly was spectacular. I expect nothing less from a fellow Kiwi, of course. Rohan, we'll start by talking about David Warner. We just heard from him at the toss. He's talking about being brave tonight. And I think he has to be at this stage of the tournament. He's yet to light it on fire. I'm concerned about his tactics tonight, though. It could go one of two ways, trying to get some advice from Niall O'Brien from our commentary team.
Laura, you're not the only one concerned with that. But, I think you're being generous when you're saying it will go one of two ways. I just say, if you speak to Nobby before the game, it's only going to go one way. But hopefully they weren't talking about any batting strategies, just having a little giggle over there.
Yeah, I like to think that that's what happened. Danny, I actually feel sorry for David Warner. He's come over here in the hopes that he's going to set the tournament on fire. He's looked great. He's been dismissed every time, 4 out of 5 times by the left armour. I mean, if you're in the opposition, you're a left armour, you're like, here we go.
You're queuing up to have a crack, aren't you? You really are licking your lips. And fascinating. Like he's just said there at the toss, he says a bit of luck, but also I think he's right. It's about mental state. And let's be honest too, he's made a big decision to not play for Australian Test match cricket. So maybe just mentally you just switch off a little. And I get that and understand it. But here, look, it's ruthless, isn't it? You've got to now switch on, find that clear mind that he's looking for, and get out there and play like we know David Warner can.
Yeah, clear mind's easier said than done sometimes. Are we at the point for David Warner where he has got to be brave, because fortune favours the brave, but you just close your eyes and swing?
No, I think he's
that's what I do.
Well, look, he's got enough ability to sort of go out there, get set, and play a wonderful innings. The only problem is clear mind. I think when you're struggling for runs, when you've got left armers getting you out, then you look at the opposition, you think, okay, listen, Mohammad Amir, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Wood, 3 quality left armers. That's got to be playing in your mind, thinking, what am I going to do against them? Especially with Shaheen, and we know Shaheen's happy knack of taking a wicket in the first over that he bowls. Mohammad Amir has been absolutely fantastic. So look, it's all well and good to say you've got a clear mind, but as a batsman, I'll tell you, when you're not getting runs, you're thinking of a whole bunch of things, and coming up against these 3 bowlers will be on the forefront of his mind.
Absolutely, it's going to be quite a fight tonight. Let's see what they are working with. There's some talks of it being a bit dry out in the middle. Let's head out there with Niall O'Brien and Wasim Akram.
Well, I tell you what, it's like going back to my childhood, being the butt of all jokes. Thanks very much, everybody. In the middle, when batters come to the ground, they're thinking, what am I going to get in the 22 yards? But also, what am I going to get in terms of boundary shots? Where can I hit my 4s and my 6s? To my left, it's 72 metres, but there is a breeze. So you're actually hitting with the breeze to a longish boundary. Down the ground, it's a decent hit, 77 metres. And the shorter side, to my right, it's 67 metres. Now, at this venue, this season, pace bowlers have absolutely dominated. 77% of the wickets have fallen to quicks, and I've got a great quick alongside me, Wasim Akram. Listen, why are the quicks so successful here?
I think you've seen generally a lot more grass on the square, a lot more grass on the pitches in Dubai. That's why they're getting the assistance. And I think this particular pitch, Niall, there's a lot of grass here, and it's a dry grass. But there is a grass, and that too in patches and clutters, if you talk about it. Look at this one here, and it's rock hard. That means the new ball will definitely fly through. It will get swing as well. And secondly, teams batting second have more advantage because it looks a dry pitch, and by the time the little bit dew come in, it'll become a good batting deck.
Well, the average first innings score this season is 164. We think you're going to need way more than that to get a win here.
Thank you guys very much. Let's take a look at the 2 teams getting ready to have a go here at Dubai International Stadium. And we start with the Vipers, Danny.
Yes, that's my team. Captain Colin Munro, your little beauty. Alex Howes, he's got a pull finger and get his act together. So does Adam Hose. I mean, the top order must fire and can't keep relying on Hasaranga to keep getting runs. Azim Khan, good to see him there because I wondered about his little pinky, his finger. And you got Shafane Rutherford. So when I look at that lineup and then you throw in all those quicks, good side.
Yeah, when you look at the Capitals and you look at that side, you're wondering how haven't they done well in this tournament. Rahmanullah Gurbaz with David Warner at the top, Sam Billings, Sikandar Raza, Ruffman Powell coming in, the big hitting, West Indian, Jason Holder, and then you look at Chamira and Roloff and the Merv, the left armour. Such a strong side, such a strong unit. Really surprising that they haven't done as well as they should have.
All right, so we've just heard from David Warner. Literally, as he's walked past, he's yelled Danny Morrison at the top of his lungs, and we've all just about fallen over ourselves. We're going to find out a little bit more about the superstar, and then we're going to take a break. When we come back, cricket is to come.
मैं हूँ David Shatan Warner.
David, what's your favorite holiday destination?
Dubai.
What's your favorite cheat meal?
My favourite cheat meal would have to be a nice Betty's burger.
What do you do when you're not playing cricket?
I play golf and spend time with family.
Which teammate of yours could be a movie star?
Me.
Who would play you in your biopic?
I would have to say, I've said it before, Mark Wahlberg.
What's your best quality?
Is I'm very loyal and very generous.
What's your worst quality?
I always butt in.
What's your biggest fear?
Would be dying.
Who's your cricket idol?
Shane Warne was one of my biggest.
So, what has been the biggest bawal moment of your life?
The biggest bawal moment of my life would be when the girls came into the world.
Welcome back to Dubai International Stadium. As the Dubai Derby tonight is match 17, the Dubai Capitals taking on the Desert Vipers. Now, the Capitals have won the toss. They are going to bowl first. The question on everyone's mind tonight is Shaheen Shah Afridi taking on David Warner. What is going to happen? Shaheen Shah Afridi had a superb match just 2 nights ago. He absolutely stole the show. He's been brilliant. Let's find out a little bit more about him and how much he loves these conditions and how much his team loves him.
I think Shaheen Afridi is one of the most humble guys that I know. मैं शाहीन के साथ सारी क्रिकेट अंडर 19 से खेला हूँ. So I've seen him becoming शाहीन शाह अफरीदी. तो मुझे काफ़ी खुशी होती है कि मेरे साथ मेरे बैच का लड़का he's a global superstar now. जो एक कैप्टन में क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए with the players के वो किस तरह उनको मैनेज करता है. I think वो मैं शाहीन शाह अफरीदी के अंदर देखता हूँ.
Straight through. Shaheen strikes.
I think मेरे लिए तो 2015-16 के एंड में मैंने 15 के एंड में मैंने शुरू किया था. मेरे लिए मेरा भाई और शाहिद अफरीदी मेरे लिए सब कुछ है. उनको देख के मैंने क्रिकेट शुरू की. और 2018 में जब पाकिस्तान को डेब्यू, यही ग्राउंड था जहाँ से मैं PSL के लिए लाहौर कलंदर के लिए खेल रहा था. और यहाँ से ही थोड़ा सा जर्नी का आगाज़ थोड़ा सा ऊपर लेवल पे हो गया. और फिर मैंने पाकिस्तान के लिए तीनों फॉर्मेट बैक टू बैक खेले. तो आई थिंक एज अ यंगस्टर के लिए ये एक स्पेशल मोमेंट होती है.
They need 10 from the last 6 balls. Right, here we go. Bolt to Shaheen.
वो यॉर्कर ज़्यादा यूज़ कर रहे थे. तो यॉर्कर में ये होता है कि आप 1 करोड़ 6 के 6 बॉल तो हो नहीं सकते. उसमें से एक बाउंड्री बैट बॉल वो खुद ही बॉलर देता है. क्योंकि मैं बॉलर हूँ, एक बॉल ऐसा हो जाता है बंदे से. लेकिन हमारा यही था कि यार सिंगल रोटेट करेंगे तो बाउंड्री खुद ही आएगी. उसमें से एज पे चौका और डबल हमने इसलिए हमने कोशिश की कि यार जितना भी हम कम स्कोर लेके आए आखिरी ओवर में तो हमारी टीम के लिए बेहतर है.
Trent Bolt. Last ball. 3 needed. Has it got for 4? No! It's going to be 2. Is it going to be a run out? No! Trent Bolt. What was going on? Shaheen Shah Afridi has produced a piece of magic.
प्रेशर में ही खेलने का मज़ा आता है. और उसमें जब आप जीतते हैं टीम के लिए तो अलग सी फीलिंग होती है. ऑफ कोर्स आई थिंक इसलिए हम क्रिकेट खेलते हैं कि प्रेशर टाइम पे हम साथ में बैट्समैन भी होता है. लेकिन फिर भी आप अगर सर्वाइव कर देते और मैच जिताते थे टीम के लिए तो ये बड़ी बात होती है.
A great moment. We actually talked last night, Rohan and I, about how great it was to see how much it mattered to him to win that match. And the Vipers needed that victory. You were calling that final over. How important in the grand scheme of this tournament is that win for the Vipers, bringing momentum into the second half?
Yeah, because they were 1 from 4, now they're 2 from 5. And it does, it just lifts and builds confidence. And it was interesting in a way because it was the second 3 run in that innings of theirs of the Vipers. You don't see many 3s here. It tends to be 2, 4, 6 and singles, of course. It's a funny, fast outfield here. So to see that happen and to have a really tight game was brilliant. And then he sort of tapped twice there. Notice he tapped twice? He didn't realise, Shaheen, that he had to tap and make sure he got over. So gutsy stuff there, and great entertainment.
Great entertainment. Love that helicopter shot at the end. He's got the old...
And he said that after the interview. He said in an interview, he said, I played the helicopter shot, went in the right direction. He opened the face of the bat up, to just make sure he got the placement right. I'm going to tell you one thing though, Laura. I was feeling for Danny and Wilcarson. Oh boy, these guys are in for a super over, because as Danny said, you don't get too many threes over here.
I got to say, Kiwis don't love super overs, so it's best we don't go back there. There's been plenty of superstars on show in this tournament, and some have really stepped up. One who's clearly in line for MVP, that belt, is Hasaranga, I think. Danny, with both bat and ball, has been superb for his team.
Yeah, and isn't it freaky? He's the sort of, not so much a lone ranger, but you've got an all-rounder that truly is an all-rounder. He bats quite high. He's got the most runs and he's got the most wickets for the Vipers this season. So, again, you talk about David Warner and his headspace, this guy's in a really good space.
Yeah, and he's making the most of it, absolutely, and helping his team out immensely. It'd be good if his openers helped him out a bit tonight. Sakam Daraza, throughout this tournament, has been superb. We've spoken about him, but you have to keep talking about him because he keeps doing his job so well.
Oh, he's just a fabulous player. I mean, we spoke about the couple of years he's had in international cricket, and now he's bringing that to franchise cricket. We spoke to Sikandar Raza just before the show started, Danny and me, and we were having a look at his bats. Really thin, really light, and he said he relies a lot on bat speed when he plays his shots, because he's saying, I'm not the most powerful or the strongest. It's all about bat speed, but he's just such a fierce competitor. Whether it's bat in hand or ball in hand, you can rely on him to put in a performance and give his best, and that's all that you can ask for as a captain.
Both teams have fierce competitors, and this guy is certainly one of them. What do you like about him, Danny?
Oh, I just think he's quite level-headed when he plays. He's very clear in what he's trying to do. Had the fortune of seeing him in Australia in that T20, the ICC T20 World Cup in Aussie in late 22, and he's been the #1 in terms of the rankings around the globe in terms of white ball cricket. Yeah, I think he just knows what he's about, and he knows his game very well.
So it is a very important matchup in the grand scheme of this tournament, because it's how you start the second half of your campaign here, and there's not many games really left to go. You have to start making moves right now. Both teams need the points. What are you thinking tonight? Where are you at?
I'm going to go with the Capitals.
Why?
6 teams.
The bowling.
6 teams that have chased have won the game. They're chasing. I'm going to go with the Capitals. Plus, I actually think they're a really good side.
That's the thing with a lot of the teams of this tournament. On paper, they're all brilliant sides. It's just about getting it to come together. So who's going to, in your mind, bring it together?
I'm going to go against the trend, because you don't want to just keep going and follow the sheep, carry on. So I'm going to go.
It's our thing. We're Kiwis. We can't help it.
Yeah, so I'll go with the Vipers.
The Vipers. So why? What is it about the Vipers you think is going to get them across the line tonight?
Their top order needs to fire. I want to see Alex Hale cut loose, Hose do his thing, Munro, all those guys, and then win it.
Yeah, OK. And the other person I'd really like to see step up tonight is Colin Munro. He had such a great tournament last year. I'd like to see him go tonight as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do well. I mean, a couple of the players who've had really good tournaments last year haven't. Would love to see Munro get some runs.
All right, who's going to win? We're not far away. We take a break. When we come back, the DP World ILT20 Match 17.